For our next segment, it gives me very great pleasure, especially on Veterans Day, as has already been pointed out, to be able to make a very important announcement concerning the NCCCO Foundation and a company that's taken a lead in assisting veterans transition from military life to civilian occupation. As you may know, CCO has a long commitment to veterans transition, beginning more than 20 years ago, in fact, which actually started back when the Montgomery GI Bill was being renewed or reissued. And there was an initiative at that point, which we, CCO, I say we, that NCCCO was part of, where the GI Bill was expanded to include benefits for certification fees. Up to that point, training fees had been included, but not certification fees. And we were successful as part of a coalition to change that and to include certification fees for transitioning military. We stayed involved. As you can see, CCO became approved through the Veterans Benefits and Health Care Improvement Act of 2000. And if you're not familiar with the COOL, C-O-O-L websites, there is one for Army, there's one for Navy, and I believe one of the other branches also has a COOL website. It's an acronym, of course, because it's military. But if you just Google Army COOL or Navy COOL, you will find a listing, among other things, of recognized certification programs, and CCO certification is certainly among those. We served for a while on the Veterans Corporation Professional Certification Advisory Council, and then CCO a number of years back entered into a memorandum of understanding with DANTES, stands for the Defense Activity for Non-Traditional Education Support, which at the time was managing certification activities for the military. We participated in many Veterans Transition Assistance Conferences in Washington, D.C. We've certainly participated with the Call of Duty Endowment, and the American Legion has run 2 or 3 different credentialing summits. The last one was about 3 years ago, and we certainly participated there also. So the information that I really want to share with you today involves a company, a training company called the Heavy Equipment Colleges of America that I'm sure you're familiar with. And I'd like to invite to the stage Corey Albano of HEC. Corey has been with HEC, I think, for about 5 years. He's the CEO of Heavy Equipment Colleges. Prior to that, you have quite a track record in the aggregates, the cement industry and so forth. I think with Cemex for about 9 years, has annual sales of $13 billion and about 41,000 employees. And you were the vice president and general manager of that entity. But I'm going to pass the microphone over to Corey, and he's going to explain exactly what the nature of the relationship with the NCCCO Foundation is. Corey?
Thanks, Graham. Oops, there we go. Yeah, you mentioned the old job. I see more customers in here from my last career than this current one. Anyway, before I get started, today and every day, thanks to everyone who served. Today is an appropriate day for this award for sure. The other thing Graham and I talked about doing before we introduced the award is I can't assume you guys know who we are or what we do at all. So just about 20 seconds about our company. Heavy Equipment Colleges of America. We exist to train entry-level operators and place them in jobs, hopefully with you all. We've got 4 locations nationwide. We graduate approximately 1,300 graduates per year. As it relates to Veterans Day, all of our locations are approved for VA education. That said, 2 of those 4 are designated institutions of higher learning and principles of excellence with the VA. And 2 of those locations are actually located on or adjacent to military bases. Under the Skills Bridge program, where we train active duty soldiers in their last 180 days before they transition out with the goal of making sure they have a job before they leave. Okay. We graduate 96% of our students. And this number here on placement rates, we place 70 to 84%. I've got to be very accurate on that. our crane placement rates are closer to 80%. So we place 8 out of 10 of our graduates. One of only 2 heavy equipment and crane institutions of higher learning that are accredited by an accreditor that is nationally recognized by the Department of Education. Why do I say that's a little bit different than programmatic accreditation, which is what NCCCO has referenced. Zach referenced it a little bit as well. So we are accredited as an institution of higher learning by ACCSC. Programs are 3 to 12 weeks long for the certificate program, and we have a new Associate of Occupational Studies in Heavy Equipment. You might say, why do you have a 2-year degree for heavy equipment and crane operation? That 2-year degree really focuses on soft skills. Feedback we've received from the industry and the sector over the last few years is our ability to teach entry-level heavy equipment and crane operators helps them get a job. However, to help them keep a job, the frustrations tend to lie more with conflict resolution, getting along with people, being on time, communication, drama, attitudes, etc. That's not my list. That list comes from the industry, and when we have meetings like this, they're very vocal about that. So that's really what the 2-year associate's degree focuses on. So that's a little bit about us. I think at this point, Graham's going to announce the award, and
there is actually a press release at the back of the, for those of you here actually in the room, and for those of you who are on Zoom, that press release is being issued almost as we speak, I believe. And it commemorates the relationship between the 2 entities. Basically, the arrangement is that every graduating class that heavy equipment colleges has 4 crane operators. The top performing individual will receive a plaque, which is part of the V.I.C.T.O.R program. And I'm going to ask Corey, because my memory fails me, to identify. It is an acronym, because how appropriate would that be? But V.I.C.T.O.R, V-I-C-T-O-R, refers to
the Veterans in Crane Training Outstanding Recognition.
Outstanding recognition. And that's the whole plan. So in addition, obviously, to the certification that successful participants in the program would ordinarily receive through CCO, the top performer in each of the classes that HEC has will receive this plaque and will receive a gift card from NCCCO Foundation and a double branded Yeti mug. Name escaped me. So we really appreciate the relationship, and we look forward to the successful implementation of the program. Corey, thank you very much. Thank you.